Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So the fan favorite character Dwight, played by Austin Emilio, has returned to the Walking Dead franchise. His character has not been in the franchise for over a year, I believe. He returned in this past Sunday's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 3, and he had not been seen since the end of Season 8 of The Walking Dead, which aired over a year ago, so we haven't seen Dwight in a while, and I know that there was a lot of anticipation. A lot of people, including me, were excited to see him back. He's an awesome character. Austin Emilio is an awesome actor, and there's still a part of me, and I'm sure there's still a lot of people, there's a part of them that wishes that Dwight had just stayed on The Walking Dead, that Dwight had been in Season 9, Season 10, but honestly, I want to give him a fair chance in Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, maybe he's better off in Fear the Walking Dead. Maybe if he had stayed on The Walking Dead, he would have just been killed off, or he would have been sidelined. After all, if they follow the comics, he probably would have gotten killed in like Season 10 or 11 or something. So maybe the fact that Dwight is not in The Walking Dead is good for his character, because if he stayed on The Walking Dead, then his chances of getting his comic death would go up. But since he's literally on a different show than The Walking Dead, I'm starting to think that he will not get his comic death. So that's good. Like I said, it might be best for the character that he is going to be on Fear, and who knows, maybe his character will thrive. I mean, maybe it's a good chance for him. He'll be surrounded by characters that don't hold his past against him. And maybe he'll get more screen time, more dialogue, he'll get more to do, more interactions with everyone. It could very well be a good thing for his character. So yeah, with that said, his storyline is interesting. He's still looking for his wife Sherry, and he had been looking for her ever since the end of Season 8. The last time we had seen Dwight before Fear the Walking Dead, Dwight was going to, I think it was his and Sherry's old house, and he found a little note with a symbol on it, and it's just these two little swirly lines, and it said honeymoon. So I think it was referring to the place they got their honeymoon or something, or the place they had their honeymoon. But Dwight was continuing to look for her, and was looking for her, and he has been looking for her for over a year. And Sherry had continued to leave notes for Dwight, and Dwight was just not having any luck with finding her. And in this episode of Fear the Walking Dead, he seems like he's almost somewhat delirious, and he's just desperately looking for her. And John and June are driving a car, and Dwight thinks that it's Sherry's, so he just instantly assumes that they know where Sherry is, or they killed Sherry or something. So he tries to kill them, and he's just angry, and he starts to think that he's never going to find Sherry, that maybe Sherry's dead. And in this episode, Dwight pretty much gives up. He pretty much just wants to die. He pretty much just wants to possibly commit suicide. He really has no hope. He has no hope in finding Sherry. He has no hope in seeing Sherry again. And it seems like he doesn't think he deserves Sherry. He doesn't think he deserves to find Sherry again. But John and June convince him that he should keep trying, and he shouldn't give up, and he should give himself another chance. So it seems like Dwight's storyline in this season is going to be him continuing to look for Sherry. And maybe Morgan's group, maybe they try to help him find Sherry. I mean, Dwight might want to do the right thing. He might want to help new people, like Morgan's group wants to find new people and help new people. But I still think that Dwight's main thing is going to be finding Sherry. So with that said, how much of this season is going to be about that storyline? Is Dwight going to look for Sherry? Is the entire group going to help Dwight look for Sherry? Are some of them going to help Dwight look for Sherry? Is Dwight just going to give up and focus on other things? I don't see that. I don't see Dwight just giving up. I think Dwight is going to be looking for Sherry throughout this season. His main focus is going to be finding Sherry, finding his wife and reuniting with her. So since there's 13 episodes left in this season, there's a lot of time for that storyline. So my question is, will he find her? Will they find her? Will we get the return of Sherry in this season? Will, the actress be available for filming? Has she filmed? They haven't made any announcements that her character is returning, that the actress is returning. I don't think the actress, I don't know. I mean, I've done some research, but I haven't seen anything about the actress saying that she's going to be returning in Fear the Walking Dead. I know that she was doing another show at some point, which I don't blame her. I mean, they wrote her out in season 7, and they didn't bring her back in season 8 or 9. So she's got to pay the bills and do other things. But would that keep her from coming back? If she's stuck in another show, like making a steady income, would she want to get killed off on it or whatever just to come back on The Walking Dead in a show where most characters tend to die and don't live very long? It might be smarter for her to stay on the show that she's in, or maybe try to do both projects back and forth. But in any event, I haven't seen her say anything about she's going to be in Fear the Walking Dead season 5. I haven't seen any interviews, anything, any type of confirmation that the actress is returning in any way. So if she is returning, are they going to keep it a secret? Are they going to announce it eventually? I doubt that we'll get her in the first half. We could get her in the first half, but if we're going to get Sherry back in this season, it'll probably be the second half. So I don't know. Will we get Sherry back in the second half? It depends on if the actress is busy, if the actress wants to come back, and if she is going to be in Fear the Walking Dead. Is it just going to be this big reveal, this big secret? Are they going to keep it a secret up until the moment she comes back in the live airing of the show? Is she just going to come back out of nowhere? And are they keeping it a secret until then? I don't know. It's possible that they could be doing it that way, but it's also possible that she won't come back. They're not going to recast her. She's not a big enough character for that. If the actress doesn't want to come back, they'll probably just kill her off screen. Maybe her dead, mangled body is lying around, and Dwight just sees her wedding ring, and that's confirmation that it's her. I don't know. Maybe they could use some really good CGI and use the actress's likeness. I think she would have to get paid out of that, but that way she wouldn't have to return. But it's possible that she could come back in season 5. It's also possible that she could come back in season 6. We could have season 5 be this whole big mystery about Dwight finding clues and finding out, is Sherry here? Is Sherry there? And maybe they're getting close to finding her, and maybe that's the end of season 5. And then maybe in season 6, that's when she comes back. That's when they announce that she's coming back. That's when they announce the actress is coming back, just like how they did with Daniel Salazar and Dwight and all those other returning characters. Or, like I said, they could be keeping it a secret on purpose, and they could keep it a secret until the moment that it's revealed that she's back on the show. Or, not on this show, but she's back in the franchise. We see the character again, and that's this big shocking reveal in a live episode on TV, and it was never announced beforehand that she was returning, so it's a genuinely surprising twist that the writers never announced, or the actress never announced, or anything. It's just this big shock. They could do that. They could do that in season 5. They could do that in season 6. I don't know. I'm thinking that she'll come back. She could come back in season 5. She could come back in the back half. I'm thinking that she's either going to come back in the back half of season 5, or she's going to come back in the first half of season 6. That would be my guess. You got to be careful about this. You don't want to spend too much time just having Dwight following little notes around, because for one thing, that just gets boring after a while, and I think the audience would get bored and they'd get tired of waiting. And for another thing, she's just not that big of a character. She was only in a handful of episodes, and she just wasn't that important to the main story, and she wasn't that main of a character. The audience is only going to care so much. We don't want to spend 10 episodes watching Dwight looking for notes from a character that we barely have any investment in them because we barely got to know them. That's just stupid writing. That's just not good television. You don't want to dedicate 10, 15, 20 episodes to the mystery of a character and where they are when you barely got to know that character in the first place. That just doesn't work at all. So I think it has to be resolved sooner or later, and I think that I'm thinking that she'll come back. I honestly think that the actress could come back, and maybe they won't announce it because they want it to be a surprise. But I'm thinking that she will either return in the back half of season 5 or the first half of season 6. And if she doesn't want to return, they can just kill her off. You know, they can just have her dead, mangled body lying around somewhere. Because they have to have some sort of resolution. You know, we've had this mystery of where's Sherry for years now. Ever since season 7. So there has to be some sort of resolution. If the actress doesn't want to come back, they just have to kill her off screen. But I think the actors can come back. I mean, even if it's just a guest appearance, you know, why not? I mean, it's the Walking Dead franchise. Who doesn't want to return to it if their character's still alive? Who doesn't want to be a part of that every chance they get? So I think she'd be happy to return. I mean, I don't know her personally, but I would imagine that she would be happy to return, and she would definitely return. And like I said, unless she's stuck with a contract for another show. But I feel like if she's stuck with a contract for another show, hopefully the writers would be willing to work around that. You know, just the minute she's available to film, that's when they have her character return. So, like I said, I think we will get Sherry. I think we will get the actress back. They wouldn't have this mystery without a plan, without some sort of resolution. So I'm thinking she will either return in the back half of season 5 or the first half of season 6. But I could be wrong about that. That's just my working theory. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 549 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.